So I thought I'd just jump on for 10 minutes because I've had a friend round and I thought I'd just grab a brew. So I've not had anything yet from this morning, and then I'd just share you with this cleansing bath thing that I do sometimes to get rid of any negative energy or entities or other people's negative thoughts that may be around you. Because there's a lot of that going on at the minute, you know, with everything that's going on in the world and, you know, such like. I can see 4 people. So, yeah, this morning, well, last night, I went to bed with this under my pillow. Hi, Seven Arrows, and obviously going to sleep, but, you know, when you concentrate up here, yeah, crazy times. There was colours coming in. And I got this the other year where it's like a blue fan that goes round, and then all of a sudden I just got a flash of a dog, of a black and white collier, like sheepdog, but black and white collier dog, is it? Collier dog. Anyway, and I was like, oh, I don't know where that came from. And there's some other things I did last night was filming orbs for myself, and it was beautiful because I did mention the name God, and I was just sort of saying things out loud, and I got some beautiful, absolutely beautiful flashes in. For me, you know, I don't have to share everything, but I do believe that's connecting to higher sources, higher energies, higher beings than our 7-1-1-1, our 7th chakra, because there's ones above that as well. As most people know, and if you want to go and check any of that out and see a sort of diagram on it, check out Journey to Truth. Those guys are great, and the guy that was on there that I shouted out the other day, they're really great. They show you the picture on there, but most people know we have the 7 chakras, but there's actually more above and a few below, so it's like 13, I believe. But that makes sense in a lot of things that have been going on within me lately, which is beautiful. I just absolutely love what I'm experiencing. But I did pull a card this morning, and it did make me chuckle. It made me chuckle because it was, and I mean, it was a message for me, but also a lot of you will be feeling this as well, it was brown, because it was a colour, the secret language of colour cards, and it was brown, funny enough, establish boundaries, number 12. And it is established boundaries, and I think I might talk about this next week, because there's people out there who think you shouldn't have to put boundaries up. You do have to put boundaries up, and it's very important at the minute with things that are going on. And it just says in the book, brown is a colour of earthliness, as we know, a direct conduit to nature, animal wisdom and universal wisdom that creates healthy boundaries and attains a balanced perspective. A balanced perspective. That's what it's all about, balance. Connect to nature's healing properties and revive your energy and creativity with brown. Use the brown ray to deepen your connection to the earth and create healthy boundaries. That's also creating healthy boundaries around you and people and other people's energies and thoughts, because sometimes you could be going somewhere and you're, hi Dave Maud, yes, exactly, Armour of God, exactly, Dave. You could be going somewhere because you have your Taurus field around, you have your thoughts going on, your stuff going on. Another person's little universe next to them can bounce off on you, and their thoughts can come into your little realm. So sometimes when people say, where do your thoughts come from, you know, are they your thoughts? Sometimes your thoughts aren't your thoughts. So you've got to be very aware of that, and put boundaries up, because sometimes if you're taking in these thoughts that you know what really aren't you, coming from somewhere else, somebody or another entity or something, they can attach to you if you're going to take that in and believe that that's actually your thought, when you know that isn't something you'd, you know, when you just think, yeah, that's a bit weird, why am I thinking that? It's probably because it's not your thought. So you do have to put boundaries up to guard yourself, as Dave's just said, Armour of God, because other people's thoughts can affect your little realm of what's going on, your higher realm up here in your mind, you know. So that was a great card that came out, because that is definitely what's going on in. Hi Lois, hi everybody who's in chat, with everything going on at the minute everywhere, you know, with all the stuff that's coming out, people getting confused, frustrated, blaming others, not taking responsibility for themselves. There's a lot of, a lot of that going on everywhere with a lot of people. And some other cards, before I get into the bath thing, where are they? Oh yeah, right in front of my face. I got this morning. 3 cards came out. Oh really? Well, it was a dog. It was a black and white dog, like a collier dog, like a sheepdog, collie dog. Is it a collie dog, black and white? It just flashed up last night before I went to bed. It was just a clear, proper picture of it, and I was like, okay. I didn't know if that was a message for anyone. I don't know, or it was just, you can go into the spiritual meaning of it as well. And one thing I brought up about a sheepdog wasn't exactly a black and white sheepdog, was boundaries again. So there's that boundary thing playing out. And just thinking of it now, dogs are a man's best friend. They do guard people, in a sense, if you get what I'm saying. And collie dogs are very, very intelligent, very clever, and all that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, Dave. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not over that. I see that goes on. That's why I won't talk about it anymore, because I see what that goes on within people. And thank you very much. I know the people who know are, the people who stay. So, and funnily enough, these cards came out this morning of wait, postpone, pause, say no. You don't always have to say yes to a situation, and you don't always have to say yes to people. You can say no if that's what you choose to. So, wait. Sometimes it's wait or postponing, maybe something you're going to react to when you don't need to, or pause, but you can actually say no to people and situations around you. We're told in society certain things that we're supposed to be doing, when actually a lot of stuff goes out to get you into situations to bring your energy down. So you are allowed to say no, and there's nothing wrong with saying no, at a certain time. Maybe it might be a yes further down the line, but you are actually allowed to say no, and you don't feel bad about it. Then the next one came out was align yourself. What is not aligned or needs to change? That's also with me, because I'm still going through this, like a lot of us are. If something doesn't align with you, you are allowed to say no. But also you're aligning with the things. That's why I'm always saying it's about releasing and letting go. Stop staying in the fear, stop staying in the worry, stop staying in that old stagnant energy of, whatever is keeping you tied down, or becoming a victim of something you're not a victim of. Because when karma comes in, I don't believe it's karma like people think. I think it's karma of yourself. The actions you put out there and the things you put out bring your karma in through your choices through life. Karma doesn't happen to you. It's brought in by you and what you do and your choices. So that's what you've got to be aware of. And then the last one was, which was beautiful, because this is where I'm going to go with the bath in a minute, because I'm not staying on long, was, they need sorting out. They're so messy, but thanks. Star Mother. Is that Mother Mary? Blue. How can you mother yourself? You've got to remember, 17 in chat, to love yourself. Mother yourself. Put boundaries up and be careful. I know it's crap about people saying you don't need to put boundaries out. We're all in a... No, it's not, because I've done that where I've not put boundaries up in the past, and things have happened that haven't been specifically that good. So you do have to put boundaries up to protect your energy, to protect your mindset. It's rubbish when people say that. It's not true. It doesn't mean it's an unloving thing to do. It's loving to yourself to actually set some boundaries, because especially with what's going on now in the world, you have to have boundaries, because people's energies are out of whack at the minute with what's going on, with everything that's being dropped now and all that sort of stuff that's going on. So that's there. Just want to show you this picture of me and my sister from a few years back when I was 30, and we had an orb come in on my 30th birthday, because I was thinking about my granddad that had passed away. And I think I've shown this before, but I'll just show us, obviously getting ready to go out, if you can see it. There's me with bobbed hair, there's my sister, and there's an orb. And when you can't see it on this picture, but when you actually look at the orb, you can see something in it. And I came across that again the other day because I'd lost it. I found it again. Hi Tracy, hi Cliff. Good morning, Dolly from South Carolina. Oh yeah, Cliff. Doo-da. We're on a higher frequency. Do-da, do-da. I remember. See, I remember. Quite good at remembering things. Australian bread. Oh, we've got Good Servant, Dave Maud. Good Lois, Cliff Thompson, that's what my grandparents' name was, with a P. Thompson. Tracy. Who else was in? Cy. Laurie. Say Seven Arrows. Mr. B 7776. Oh. And Lisa. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe not. But yes, get certain people in from certain areas because you know what was going on. Also, one of my books, my handmade ones with my Blue Angel on Blue Angel. I was just flicking through today because it's good to look back at stuff because you're like, oh yeah, that came in then and that came in, this came in and that came in. And I just flipped on the page of where I scribbled down a little picture of a flower. This is from ages ago. And it just said what I'd written down on the side was, your soul grows, grow your soul. Like a flower, let it leads itself to the sun. No, that's wrong. Read it again. Your soul grows, grow your soul. Like a flower, let it lead itself to the light and get stronger and show its beauty for all to see. And then it just says, be like a beautiful flower amongst the weeds. Saying a dog is loyal. Yeah, thank you for putting that in. I don't think I went and said what I was about to say after that, so get distracted. A dog is loyal, trustful, devotion, dog, God. Yeah. Oh yeah, didn't think of that. Oh my God, that's just made sense now. Coyote. Oh, thanks for putting that in. You powerful Alex Collier lectures at John. I can't say it. Yeah, consciousness yet potent. Do you know what? You've just reminded me. Last night, I didn't even think. Before I went to sleep, before I was trying to get to sleep, before I went to sleep and I saw that in my mind's eye, and it just flashed up. I did a video. If I can find it, I'll put it up. I was saying God out loud, and because I have all these orbs in and got the healing orb the other day with the pinky gold, there were just big flashes every time I said God. I know I'm connecting to a higher source than the chakras within us, the energies above, whatever people want to call them, angels, whatever. And that makes sense now, you know, because people say God, dog, backwards, even though people will slag that off and say it means something evil, this, that, and the other. I'm not into all that. So you just putting that in there, I was just like, oh my God, it made sense. Because after I did that, that's the picture that I saw. So thanks for that. Ooh, thank you. Trying to work something out today. I was like, right, what's that all about then? But that totally makes sense of the experience I had last night. If I find the video, I'll put it up. Even though it's me yakking to myself, but that's how I do it. Yeah, well, yeah, it's just higher connections, I believe. A collie puppy came up to me yesterday, had a white diamond shape on the foot. Whoa, everyone will be doing Yes, Lisa, if we allow others to treat us poorly and set no boundaries, then we're enabling that behaviour. Exactly, and that isn't loving yourself if you're not going to put any boundaries up to protect yourself anyway. You know, some people might not be into that, but personally, that's how I feel. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So what I was going to say because there's a lot of energies flying about and people's thoughts and people are getting mixed up with other people's thoughts that can come into your realm and this, that and the other and the things that are dropping on the Q side and all this and everyone's like, "Rrr," and I'm just like, watching the show. What I did this morning was I felt to go and have a bath this morning. I've got one of my necklaces on as well. Go for a bath this morning and I use some Epsom salts, whatever you can get your hands on. I put a bit of rose water in my water. I love rose water. Use it on my face and everything. It's lovely. It's only like 80p. One of the highest frequencies. I did actually put some rose petals in my bath, dried rose petals. I had 2 Himalayan salt candles around my bath. I had some shells, water, element, but I'm a Pisces anyway. Shells. I had amethyst round the bath. Rose quartz, giving yourself a loving energy. Crystal, clear quartz. Selenite. I can never say that name right, but anyway, it's more yellowy than it looks on here. And that's one of my favourites because it's like the sun. And I did actually have my moonstone pendulum just on the side as well. I also had another candle, and I had these little not incense sticks, but incense cones, because they don't break off in a line, they just burn down that way. And you get a little metal thing and you put it on when you're burning it. And then I just sat there. I put the lovely, I think Dave Maud, I sent you this person ages ago. Her music is absolutely beautiful. And I played, and if you haven't checked this channel out, please check it out, because she's music's absolutely beautiful. And I forget, like, she goes missing on YouTube because YouTube, you know what they're doing. But I listened to, and I'm only doing this quickly because I'm going soon. I've got a lot of stuff to sort out. I'm just going to put one on Soul Calling, I Am, and it's the lovely
Birmingham, November 29th, 2021.
Get past these silly adverts. I can never say her name. Is it Mylan? This lady, brilliant. Don't know if anyone can chuck it in chat, but I listened to this in the bath. Shouted her out a while back.
Of ancient wisdom. A deep inner knowing of how to create peace in your life and on earth. You hold the vibration of love innately in your soul.
Oh my God, tingles in the fingers. Love it. So, oh, hang on. Hello? Oh, yeah. All right. I'm on YouTube at the minute. I'll ring back in a minute. I'm not on for long. All right, bye. Oh, that was my sister. Gone to see my mum. So, yeah, if any of you are feeling a bit anxious or anything like that, or you're feeling, you know, there's other energies coming in from other places or other people's thoughts that you don't want in your realm, you know, it's nice to have a bath. I'm just sharing what I do. You don't have to do this, but I put Himalayan salt candles on around the bath, like I just said. Any crystals if you've got any. You don't need all this, but it's just nice, and it's the ambience and everything. Seashells, just because I felt like it. Like I said, rose petals, a drop of rose water in my bath water with Epsom salts, candles. I said all that, didn't I? And I played that music, and I just lay there. I was watching the steam coming out of the bath off my arms and everywhere. It's very magical when you look at it. I was, you know, being mindful. I wasn't thinking about other things or other people. I was just in the moment of the water. Water feels very healing anyway, because I was just saying to someone today, it feels like when you're in the bodily waters. What is going on here? Someone else ringing. Hello? Hello, did you ring? I just came up that you rang. Oh, okay. All right. Bye. I put something out there and something's just come back. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, distraction again. Yeah, so I played that music. I got in the bath. I was watching all the steam come off. I was thinking about when being in the moment, listening to that music was beautiful. It does make you start, well, it made me start swaying. I was just like moving the energies about. I'm like, yeah, you know, healing and saying out loud, anything stuck to me or any negativity over the recent week, or any other thoughts that are coming in that are not mine, trying to attach themselves to me. When I've had this bath and I've listened to this lovely music and I've had a bit of a sort of dance, as soon as I pull that plug, all that's going to get washed away. Visualizing all the negative, stale, dense energies of things, that I may have been watching, things that may have come in somewhere, other people's thoughts that aren't mine, to be washed away, just transmuted into, energy again. Because like I said, to me, energy magic is just neutral until you put your intention on it. And it was beautiful. I think I listened to 2 songs because I know she's good in, because you've got to be careful the sort of things you do listen to on YouTube. Beautiful channel, that channel. I have shouted her out before. And I got out the bath and I was so energised. It was beautiful. Then I had a friend coming around, we were talking about beautiful stuff, and it was great. And she was after one of my necklaces, and it was just beautiful. And then I sat and pulled some cards. I was looking at some of my artwork and looking back on things that had come in, making more sense now. I felt so airy and so light. I felt very light going into this weekend. Was beautiful. So I'm really happy about that. And I just wanted to share that these are the sort of things you can do if you visualize. You don't need all crystals if you don't want, but that's just me. I'm a visual person, but I do believe it does help. You just do what helps you. But to have a bath, go to a sacred place in a bath. If you've got kids, you've got time when you have a bath. That can be the time that you do it. Morning, evening, late night before you go to bed. That's what I did this morning because it felt needed, because over time you do start getting things attached to that are not you, and you can cleanse by many different things. A lot of people write things down and burn them. I do that as well when I feel needed. That felt needed this morning, so that's what I went with. And with the whole thing of the flashing last night when I was saying the word God and certain things I was just sort of having a chat with myself about last night, it was brilliant. Feel very energised for the weekend now and loving it, and just in a higher vibration again, because that's what you've got to keep doing, bringing yourself up all the time, and bringing yourself back to focus of what it is that you want to bring in, and what it is that you want to put out. Like I said, karma doesn't happen to you. Karma happens because of you, because of what you're putting out, because I highly believe in manifestation. I know how it works, and if the thing that you focus on too much, remember, too much, the universe thinks that you like that and will bring it in. So when people wonder why they're getting whatever it is that they're getting and they think it's bad karma, it's because you've really got to look at what you're putting out from within, because you will get it sent back to you, because the universe thinks if you're focusing on that too much, it must be a thing that you love and you want more of, because that's the thing you focus on. Because normally you focus on the thing that you love. Like, I love coming on here talking to people. I love doing my art and showing you. I'm always immersed in some sort of creative thing every day, all day. Even if I was just doodling on a little bit of paper somewhere or thinking about creative ideas. So the universe will bring that back to you. If you're just concentrating on other things that aren't really bringing a joy factor in, the universe is going to think, oh, well, you want more of it because that's where you focus. So it's a good idea every now and again to cleanse. Every now and again I cleanse the house with sage or incense, or just move my furniture around or something. I did decide actually I might go and wipe over surfaces with this rose water just for a change, something different. And also when my friend was here and we were having a lovely chat about spiritual path and journey, which is just a label as well. People want to fight over that as well. It's she said, I love coming here in your house. She said, I love the energy. She said, I just love the energy. I just feel so much better when I'm in this house. Probably a lot to do with it being light and airy and the colours of the walls and stuff. But this is where I was sat when she was here. And we just sat down and I was just, these are the cushions that I make. I was just getting all my stuff out and having a look back on a few bits and pieces of stuff. And it was just lovely. It was just lovely to do that this morning, to give myself time to do that this morning. Because I do normally do it, but I'll do it in different parts of the day. But I do believe if you set yourself up in the morning with your good intentions every day. Sets you up for the morning and the energy that you're bringing in, and then you're sort of protected and a bit more stronger for, you know, when you go out in the world and there's other energies flying about everywhere, because it's a big soup out there of other people's thoughts and things going on. And that's why I say sometimes you think you're having a bad thought or something's going on when it actually isn't. And I'm sorry, but the chat isn't moving for some reason. I bet if I go over, it has moved from where it is. So I'm just going to check because it isn't moving here. So let's have a look. YouTube, you're so naughty. Let me see. It's on Lois at the minute. Let me see. Yeah, it's moved. It's not moved from Lois when you said I had a ladybug that day too. So I haven't got a clue what you were all saying. Are you jumping in? Yeah, rep and salts. Yep. Yeah, it's been glitchy. So it's just a little tip, you know, if you're feeling a bit, go and do something and release. You can do it in your own way, but a bath is a good way because it's relaxing. And I feel like when you're in the water, it feels like when you're in your, you know, your mother's womb, the mother's womb, in the water where you felt safe was in the water. So it's nice to soak, not let any thoughts in. Like I say, play music, candles, and just enjoy that time that you get. Just thinking, oh yeah. And the other thing I was looking at today, in this art book where I had a lot of things going on in it, was I looked at this picture. I think I put this up on my community page, and you all know homage to the Nikola Tesla, who Trump's uncle knew. Just really feeling what's coming with that is, oh yes. And this picture I just was looking at today that I drew in ballpoint pen. I was like, the windows are the eyes to the soul, as we all know. You only need to look into someone's eyes to see how much light they hold. And, you know, like I said before, that's why they want us to wear glasses and stuff, because obviously the light that comes in your eyes are light codes anyway, because light holds codes. That's where the light goes, within your eyes. Eyes are the windows to the soul. It's like looking through a window of a house. You can see what's within the house and through the windows, and that's the same as us. Like I said before, you can look at some Democrats out there, I'm not saying all of them, and they're full of darkness in their eyes. You can tell when somebody is full of light and how bright they are in their being by looking at their eyes. So that just reminded me of that this morning, of this picture. And then what I will read out quickly for you is, thank you. I can't, you know, oh, thank you, Cliff Thompson. I do narrow it down to a watch now because there's so many people, but yeah, I'll check that. Right, I can't see comments. So, another message I got yesterday, just in case you don't go over to my community page, was where is it? Right, I've put the one up on Camelot Castle with the lovely, beautiful woman over there, the great Monique Worthy, I think it is. What black Americans really think about Donald Trump. That was ace, because most of us know that, a lot of people don't. Brilliant. Right, so when I was sat in my creative space where I create, this is a message that came in, and I put it up on my community page, and I'm going to read it out just in case you haven't been over there. But I was sitting there, and then this came in. I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to write that out. That's beautiful. This is from me, within me. I am my light to guide me home to heart. I am light because I came from light to shine, and then in brackets, share. To shine is to share. My light. I am the creator, ether of my universe. I will shine my divine expression in my divine creativeness. I will not let another dim my divine right to express what's within me. You are all divine expressions. Go forth and shine your divine light how you choose to. No wrong or no right. No wrong or right, because, why? Because all is a teacher, and either way you will return home, which I've put in brackets, love, heart, love I've put, when all is done. We're all going to get there. And that's what I put, and that's what came yesterday when I was just sat creating, because when I create, when I'm drawing, when I'm doing certain things, that's when certain things come in. And that's why I have a lot of notebooks, like a lot of people do, where I write those things down. I might draw something, like a metaphor or just a picture, and it'll make sense maybe a couple of days after, or when I'm flicking through them now. So that's what I did as well. I can't see chat because it's, and I will shout out again. Dave, I finally got what you meant about Hunter Biden, Dolly. They're all saying his dad used him as a pawn. That's what I was trying to say on forgiveness the other day, and that's why I told Dave off. Dave knows that when I'm telling Dave off, it's not out of nastiness. It might look like that to people, but people don't know that I've always done that with Dave, and he knows it's not out of a bad place. He knows, Dave will tell you in chat, he knows that sometimes he comes in and he's like, but I'm like, no, I don't mean that. So yes, Hunter Biden was. It's not, that's why I was saying, it's not that these people aren't going to get arrested, or, they're not going to get seen for what they aren't arrested and all that stuff. It just means putting yourself in their shoes of, I can understand why they did it, because of things that were in the family, and they think it's normal, or maybe they don't, but they're in that situation and they feel they couldn't get out, but they've been abused themselves. Hurt people too. But that doesn't mean we forgive the act. The act is unforgivable, but we can see sometimes from a higher perspective of actually what was going on. It's not just because he woke up and that's how he's been. He's been brainwashed to be that way as well. And they are saying out there, the word on the street is that they reckon he left the laptop open for like catching his own father as well, because there's a lot of people, like I said, who don't want to be a part of this anymore, who didn't want to be a part of it, but they didn't see any way out. So that's what I was sort of saying about that whole forgiveness thing, because it does go back to forgiveness of certain things. Of people come in and people get angry with other people because they're angry with themselves, or they don't understand themselves. They don't understand themselves. So sometimes that's what happens. No, Dave, you don't need to apologise, because I knew, that's why I kept saying I don't think you're understanding what I was saying. So you don't have to apologise. I could say I apologise for being a bit, but I knew you'd come back, and I knew you'd get it. Like when I've told you a few things before and you've gone and researched, because that's what it's about, researching, not just believing, what the mainstream media is saying and this, that and the other. I knew you'd come back, and I knew you'd find it. So I'm glad you now understand what I was sort of saying. It wasn't I was saying, oh my God, these people need to be freed. Oh no, they're not going to be freed. Freed in their mind of, what's been going on, but not literally as in freed for their actions, no. So we are English. Oh yes, Trump is the hand I've got. Trump is working with God. He's not, I'm not going to say he's the saviour, because people go on about saviour mentality. You are the saviour of your own universe, but with the alliance and the Earth Alliance and all that's going on, it's just there to show people he's bringing the truth. People aren't going to like it. It's going to be the dark night of the soul for a lot of people who are not already going through it. But out of that will come goodness. And when we start working our way through that and understanding why, all the other things are going to come in. And I think quicker than the bad things. They'll come in as quick as this is happening. Still gradual, because people need to get used to what's coming in, even in the supernatural realms. So, and I know that because I'm seeing it all the time, and I am getting certain things coming in now than I ever got before, because that's been ramping up in me. People can say what they want out there. They're not experiencing what I'm experiencing with the orbs and stuff that I'm feeling about people that are coming in and stuff going on. And I'm just finding it very, very beautiful, and I'm very, very, very grateful of what's happening, even though to some people it doesn't look like there is anything happening, or it's all doom and gloom. It's not. If you want doom and gloom and you keep thinking about doom and gloom, you're going to bring doom and gloom in at that timeline. That's why we're not doing that. That's why I can talk about stuff about Q and that, and not go on the doom and gloom. Some other people can talk about Q and they stay in the doom and gloom of it. It's not meant for that. So Yeah, Marilyn says, Dolly, they are putting out the wrong negative, but the right people will know, and when evidence will be produced via Trump's people, wait and see. They already know. Yeah, and this is what I mean. I got in a bit of a thing with me fella the other day, but the thing is, I'm not worried. I don't need to be. I'm just all I need to be. I'm just watching the show happen and roll out. We got told to sit back with popcorn. The people who are doing protests and stuff, they feel the need to do that because some of, I'm not saying all of them, some of them have just woke up to it. You do go through that. But that's their mission. It's happening whether that happens or not. We have to look like we're doing something, but this is a part of, I'm not saying all, of a divine plan. That's how I see it, and it's happening whether you like it or not. And people who say they don't care or they don't see anything changing, you're going to see it change because this isn't all happening for nothing. It's not a coincidence. And it's not going to affect you. It would have affected you if Hillary Clinton had got in, very much so, and you're going to learn why. And then you're all going to take a look at yourselves and go within. If anything that you were thinking about certain people were bad and this, that, and if you're going to realise what was going on. People are going to feel a bit guilty for being a certain way, but that's going to go. We're not going to feel guilty in the end. We've all been hoodwinked. And that's part of it. So, yeah, we stand together. US, we stand together, united all over the world. My sister just said, did you ever see when Trump went over to India a bit back? And I said, yeah, it was a massive reception. On the Jimmy Kimmel show, is it? They tried to make out he only got a couple of hundred and they were taking the mick like they always do. But we'd seen the video and it's come out again. It was a massive. If you think Trump's rallies are massive, well, they are, the people who don't care to look. India was massive. The welcome he got was massive. Just like in Saudi when he got the sword dance, which no other person's had before. Obama, nobody's had that. People think he's a Mason and this, that, and the other because they think that's part of the Saudi. There's people in Saudi who are good. It's not everybody. They've been taken down. It's people not researching and understanding what's going on. He was already making deals for the peace to come in because if people can't think logically, critically, I should say, at the end of the day, there's no ISIS, is there, since Trump got in, and there's no world wars going on at the minute. But people still sit there, But like I said, it doesn't bother me. I'm doing my path of healing and trying to put this out there to help other people heal because this is happening. Whether you like it or not, whether what you believe in is there is something happening, we'll all agree on that, and we are going to see either way, and we'll see it's not the right and wrong, we'll see who is on the side of God, source, whatever you want to call it, and the side of love, of knowing, people will say, oh yeah, but we knew about this, nothing new under the sun about child track and all that. Yeah, well, it's getting stopped. And if that's one thing to celebrate, that is a beautiful thing to celebrate. But it's not just about that. It's very deep. And it is all about us. And it is all about our connection to God and yourself. And, stop listening to outside sources like mainstream media and so on and so on. And even people. And do your work within. And you'll be connected to what is actually the truth. That was a stepping stone, like they said on Journey to Truth the other day. I know that. I've been saying that for ages. You've got to come out the fear and the rabbit holes of staying down there. It's not meant for you to stay down there. It's a trap if you stay down there. So Q can be a trap if you stay down there, but it isn't if you know how to work through it. It was only to get you to see the real world of what's going on, of what you thought wasn't going on or don't want to believe. And there's a lot of people out there who spiritually want to bypass that. They're going to have a shot. They're going to have a shot. You're going to see a lot of so-called light workers and a lot of people who call themselves that who are going to go down with this with a mind explosion because they don't want to see the dark when you've got to look within that in yourself as well, and you've got to work on it. And like I said, just to put out there, because I'm going to go now, this is the book I read the other day, the beautiful, beautiful book that will make you see something about you being the light, because you all are. It's a beautiful book to get for your young children or grandchildren, or even for yourself, because it's derivative from the book Conversation with God, but a child book. But even if you read it as an adult, it's beautiful. And someone said they did cry when I read it out the other day because it's the light, a soul, in heaven, that wanted to come down and experience it being the light. Because it couldn't see that it was a light when it was with the light, or the other souls, angels, whatever you want to call it, because they were all light. So how do you experience to be light? You have to go into a world of contrast. to know that you are the light. You have to see the dark to know that you are the light. Simple. Simple. And some things out there that look bad are the things that trigger you to push you forward, to show you the contrast, you know, reflecting and all that sort of good stuff. It's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It is a beautiful book. And those people who said they've bought it, it's moving again now. You'll love it. And if you are buying it for someone in your family, read it first. You'll love it and you'll understand how this is all playing out as well. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful story. Oh, chainmail, yeah, that's good. Good, creative. Yeah, we will see the stars in the sky when Trump wins. And even if Trump doesn't win, he'll win by default because I don't think Biden's going to be running for anything. Even if something happens, he'll win anyway because something is going on where it has happened before with the president before where he wasn't running against anyone. He got in. He is going to get in because the world, more than people believe, actually do love Trump because they see what he's doing. I'll grab a copy. Get the book. It's brilliant. And the false stars are going to fall because The Guardian this morning, just before I go, you know, all this crap that's coming about the Borat series, the new Borat film that's coming out where Rudy Giuliani, I can never say his name, had his hands down his pants looking at this girl. No, he got set up and he was tucking his shirt in. He's been going against the mafia for ages. We all know why that Borat film's come out. And we all know why in The Guardian, why this was put out in The Guardian. It's not a coincidence all this stuff's coming out to try and stop and getting people to hate Trump. The Guardian, Jennifer Lawrence, I voted for John McCain rather than Barack Obama. Well, it won't matter if you voted for Barack Obama because they're both the same. John McCain was a traitor to America. We've seen that, but that's still coming out to people who haven't got a clue. And it went on to say the actor says she voted for the Republican Party the first time she was enabled, but Donald Trump's election changed everything. Then it goes into a whole process of slagging Trump off. We know why. Because people look at celebrities and think, oh, Jennifer Lawrence, you know, oh, great actress. She wouldn't lie, would she? Wake up call. She's an actress. She gets paid to act. But because people really do bow down to the false stars in Hollywood, pedo would, they believe everything they say, and that's mainstream media again. So that was the first thing I saw this morning. I was like, oh, here they go with the, you know, we are the real stars, they are the false stars. They don't come from creation. They don't have creative minds because they steal creative people's creativity, as we know, and class it as their own. They are the false stars that don't believe in God, source, energy, whatever you want to call it. We are. And that's why we're shining and it can't be stopped. So when you just said in chat, when Trump wins, you're going to see the real stars. That's us. And that's where it's going to be the pull from what side did you stand on. The people in the light are going to be seen and the people in the dark are going to be seen. And all them people involved with certain things are going to be seen. Even on here with people, you know, these really big like platforms that do stuff and like making out the this, that and the other, you'll find out they're not a bit like Alex Jones and all that. So that's why I'm not worried, you know. Not worried. So, oh, it's just moved again and it's just gone up again. Oh, not interested in that. So, and like I said, check out Project Camelot because he's had some great people on there recently. Yeah. And it's really good to be very discernment with things that you're watching and following at the minute because it's just, you know. So, yeah. I was looking at stars the other day. Absolutely beautiful what I saw. So, I'm going to go because I've got a lot of stuff to do. I'm putting some, what I've been doing? Putting some, little, where have they gone? Show you. Yes, birds. Birdie birds. I would show you if I knew where they were. See if I can find them. What are you two shouting at? What? Yeah, no, let's get some now, don't you? The fella's trying to train my birds. It nearly sat on me yesterday, so I'm still doing the front cover of this, but it's not ready. But I am doing the little notebooks, and this is sari silk, and there's coffee stain papers in there, just blank, that are going with either an amethyst, which is good for protection, or turquoise. Going in a set with one of the little crystal pouches that you can put your crystals in, which I've got little crystals on the side that you can carry in your bag. They're going as a set. This is one of them that I've got on. But yes, I've got to go and finish a few of them off, so that'll keep you busy. And yeah, I hope you have a good weekend. Like I said, if you want to, hi Rachel. Yeah, old Hollywood is corrupt. What is up with you two? You big loud. And I've still got Rachel's. Rachel, your meditation cushion is still here, and I know I will be seeing you at some point when you actually come and pick it up face to face, because Rachel is one of my friends in chat that we met through this whole thing. And I've still got the green one, and I will be making some more up soon when I've got time to hand put them all together, but they are the little meditation cushions. So yeah, I was just thinking of you the other day when I was looking at it, but it's still here, nice and safe. Yeah, I love the Nikola Tesla. Yeah, some say that the light is with humanity, not those that control humanity. Yeah, it is with us. It's been switched, you can tell, I can tell through what's coming in. We just rescued, is that, he's about, oh. I have a quote from Hollywood acted, they're ratting out themselves, all is true. If you need to see this Q post, yeah, a lot of people know about Q, I know about Q, I don't need to see the post, I don't go over anymore, because like I said, I can see what's happening, and we all know it's all coming out, we all know what Hollywood is and so far, and so, you know, I've been on Q for 3 years, and I don't go in depth about it anymore because I can see it happening. You know, I'm just sitting back watching it all unfold. It's the greatest show ever to watch. The greatest show on earth. So yeah, I'm going to go. I might just pull one card before I go. But yeah, thanks anyway. But yeah. So let's big up the Nikola Tesla. Free energy. Whoop, whoop. I don't think it's just free energy as electrical and all that good stuff and what's going on. I also believe it's, you know, to harmonise stuff and all that. I also believe free energy is consciousness and beings and all sorts of things, because they're energy as well. So, you know, thinning of the veils and all that. So I'll just pick a colour card out for you all. I'm bigging up the Nikola Tesla. But like I said, keep your frequencies high. If you've never tried having a bath where you can do a cleansing bath, try that. You know, release it all. As you pull the plug out, it's releasing all them energies. And if you listen to the right music and get in that mood, you'll feel great when you get out. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Heart artist, way shower. But yeah, it's all there. It's like I say, a lot of us know that we have to concentrate on our healing now, to be there for others, you know, with what's about to happen. Even with the good things, because even the good things that are coming, even the things that people don't think are real in supernatural stuff, that will be coming out, you know, in waves and stuff, and more than it ever has done before. And people have got to get their heads around that, not just all the other stuff. So yeah, it's bonkers. The birds are going mad. They know I'm on YouTube. I'll have to let them out behind me one time at bonkers. Probably get dive bombed or something. Well, I just wanted to, you know, bring a positive message because it's weekend. Nearly weekend. Gonna have some fun tonight. Bit of a boogie. Yeah, Rachel's like, oh, watch this back. Oh, caught it. It makes me think of my granddad because my granddad loved cherry pie. Oh, it's number 9 divine. And it says, live an extraordinary life. Well, it is extraordinary. It's mega extraordinary what's going on. It's beautiful. So cherry red, cherry on top of the cake. Oh, it's coming. We're about to put the cherry on top of the cake. Not what they were trying to top off their pyramid. We're going to top off ours with a cherry on the cake. And we're all going to be eating cake. Some people are going to be eating... What's the word? It's the saying about eating cake, eating something, yeah, extraordinary times. Eating, I don't know. Yeah, eating humble cake. Oh yes, we'll be putting the cherry on the cake. So there's a number 9 divine, which is good because that's what I was talking about. What I was saying about what I saw last night coming in, and then the dog, and then we just said that thing about the dog. God, some people will say something different about that, but my experiences that I'm having myself that I like to share are just beautiful. And even someone else's channel I went to have a look at yesterday that I've not looked at for a while, which is, can't remember the name now, Prime Disclosure, because he's doing his travelling thing. In his title, yesterday that I noticed, because I've not watched it for a few weeks, he had an elephant at the end, and I was like, always resonated with certain things he's put. And I was talking about the elephant the other day that just popped in a meditation. And, you know, when you look into what an elephant means and all that, it's beautiful. So, yeah, get your popcorn out, Lois. We're just watching it all unfold. My dad said Q's been posting quite a lot. I've not been looking because I can see it going on in the mainstream and stuff. And it's just good to watch. It's just getting quite exciting. Scary to some, but quite exciting. I feel the need to do one more, so I'm going to do one more. Yeah, and Rachel's just putting, if you'd like to send Dolly a coffee donation through PayPal, you can. It's in live chat. On Monday, I will be talking about money again and energy exchanges and why people get so upset about it when it isn't anything. It's an exchange. I'm going to go over that again because there's lots of people out there who think that when people are, you know, a little coffee donation, or some people have got, you know, channels where the super chats in, it's an evil bad thing. It's not. It's people's mindsets that think that money is not evil. It's the greed of it, and it's what you do with it. If you're putting it towards good things that help you, but to help others in the same instance, nothing wrong with that. People don't normally like that because, you know, they see it as something bad, but that's another reflection of people again. I used to think that ages ago. It's absolutely ridiculous to think like that. Well, it is 3 cards, Rachel, because I've already pulled one for me. That's the second, and this is the third, because I really have got to go. So, yeah. I might have a night soon, I don't know when, where I'll come in and I'll see you vibing, and I'll pull a few cards for a few people. That'd be nice to do, wouldn't it? I'll do that one night. Oh. Oh, thank you, Dave. No. Taking ages. Yeah, I'll do it one night. Oh, love it. Loving it like that. Well, because these are colour cards, it's green. what more of a beautiful thing to put out, and it's revitalise your nervous system. What I just said about resting, we're resting in nature, green, healing. Green also 31, turn it round 13. We've got 13 chakras, we've got ones outside of us. Revitalisation, this is why it's rest, stop getting caught up in other people's energies and thoughts that aren't your own. Like I said about the bath thing, that's just come in for everybody. Get out in nature this weekend if you can. Sit with a tree, under a tree, near a tree, in a grassy field, near flowers, whatever it is that you get, you know, because it's not just trees, you get healing from plants as well, you know, it's all connected. So whatever it is, but there's the beautiful colour green, all earthy. Number 31, which is also 4, which is also 13 the other way, if you wanna see it like that. And the number 13 isn't a bad thing, it's been put out there to make bad when it's actually not. But green. Love it. So there you go. Yeah, nature replenishes, Rachel said. It does. So, yeah, green earth. I've got green on today. The green nail varnish has come off. I'm going to have to put it back on again. So anyway, I've got to go because I've got things to do, but I just thought I'd put that out there because that's how I was feeling this morning. I'm well in a high vibration, as I always try to get myself in. Well, not try, it just happens when you're more in the flow. Like I said, get rid of all the stuff that doesn't align with you, and you are allowed to say no, and you are allowed to put boundaries up, so don't worry about that. So I will see you very soon, probably on Monday, and that is that. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.